Greetings on this Tuesday, where we're seeing, as you're seeing behind me, some showers and storms booming over the viewing area and eastern Kentucky. And as we've been talking about for days, it's a pattern we might as well get used to. But an updated forecast does behold or contain some changes therein. And I'll have that for you in just a few moments. We're going to jump right into headlines tonight. There are a great many. Things have gotten much worse for the Lawrence County attorney and his wife, who claimed they had done nothing wrong with the hundreds, we have now learned, of thousands of dollars of public money, which went into their own pockets, according to a federal indictment. A very popular and well-traveled road in Magoffin County closed for an undetermined amount of time starting tomorrow, I believe it is. We've got an arrest, a violent arrest, after police chased down a suspect who stole an ATV from an area dealership in the viewing area, that is. But some good news tonight. We'll speak with a pro football player from right here in Sangersville. It's taken me a little while to run down this story, but that's on me, however. Josh Poe is with us tonight, of course, via the internet, because he's busy in Indy, where I caught him in between practice sessions today, as he has been playing, as has been nationally televised throughout this season for the Alphas out of Indianapolis in the Spring League, and the graduate of MSU, the standout there, as he was in Magoffin County on the high school level, talks to us tonight about how his season, the shortened one, short by comparison at least, is winding down. But what an opportunity it has been. All that and much, much more. Let's go ahead and get right to it. On a COVID front, real quickly, I confirmed with the Magoffin County Health Department earlier today that we have still had only one positive case reported and confirmed in the past 9 days. So as far as that is concerned, no new data to issue to you tonight on a local level. On a national and global level, I do have some data that I was able to confirm today that I want to get out there this evening. And it's being referred to by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention as a real-world study. The virus has been around long enough to get some accurate data in more ways than one, and it tells us that the numbers of new cases of the coronavirus and deaths across the United States, and it has inched up a bit higher, but it's still down, and down significantly from where it was just several weeks ago. Right now, it stands at about 2 out of every 5 people, Americans, are now vaccinated. It also indicates, this data, that Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are showing to be 91% effective. They reduce the risk of infection by a confirmed 91% for those who are fully vaccinated. What is being referred to as indisputable evidence at this time. The CDC study also indicates that while there are few fully vaccinated Americans who are getting COVID-19, we see those reports every day. Those very few that have had much milder symptoms, very short illnesses, and they are as well not near as likely to spread the virus to anyone around them. This is a number of weeks of studies that they have done to come to these conclusions, and those numbers also, as of late, show that the 7-day average of cases increased up to about 15,000 from about 13,000, close to 14, from Sunday to Monday. Well, Mondays increase over Sundays across the nation, but it's still down about 40% from where it was just a couple of weeks ago. There are 302 million doses of the vaccines that have been given out. About 139 fully vaccinated Americans right now, or about 43% of the population. As for how states are doing on an individual basis, there are some that stand out. Vermont at 53%, Massachusetts 52%, and Connecticut 52%, where over half of their population have been fully vaccinated. The lowest vaccinated states are Louisiana at 29%, Alabama at 27%, Mississippi at 25%. As for looking at the coronavirus worldwide, the global numbers have climbed to 137 million cases, 3,739,238 deaths. That's almost 4 million deaths from the coronavirus, according to Johns Hopkins, nonetheless. As for the United States, we have about almost 33.5 million cases, And right now, we're just a very few deaths away, just a day or two from hitting the 600,000 death mark. Now, on to local news this evening. We'll begin with that of the arrest of a Johnson County man who was caught after he stole an ATV from an area dealership. He then led authorities on a chase into a wooded area that ended up with him bailing on foot, but not before resisting arrest, having to be tased to come to a stop eventually, and then making some very bizarre claims and accusations. After midnight Saturday night into Sunday morning, all Johnson County and Paintsville authorities were notified of a theft of an ATV, a side-by-side from the YPK Motorsports dealership there in Paintsville. The caller said that someone had knocked down a gate and drove off in a side-by-side and was headed north on 321 towards Route 23. Paintsville PD and Johnson County Sheriff's Department officials found the suspect, initiated a pursuit, and it was this man behind the wheel who continued on 23 north just past Williams Branch. He went off the road and then continued to go up a hill into the woods. Police following him on foot, and after Ryan Selvage went as far as the ATV would carry him, he turned the vehicle around and came back down the hill and did so, trying to run over two officers who tried to stop him. They jumped out of the way just in time. Then he continued on down the hill and then toward another officer refusing to stop, but that officer was able to get a taser fired and striking Selvage, getting him to lose control of the ATV. Finally, ultimately, the side-by-side got hung up after, I believe, turning over, and authorities were able to catch up to him. But he was still trying to get on the vehicle, put it in reverse, and back up. Authorities pulled him from the side-by-side, and he continued to arrest the entire time until he was taken into custody. He was taken first to the hospital to get medically cleared, where he was incoherent. He claimed to be George Washington and 155 years old, claimed that there was a board that he had just been removed from, and that he was using a tracking device by the Air Force, and it just went on. Just incoherent statements off the wall. Finally, telling officers that he tried to steal another ATV, but it was out of gas, stole that one, and then he ran because he wanted law enforcement to shoot him. He was charged with resisting arrest, operating on a suspended license, more serious charges of theft over $10,000, criminal mischief in the first, fleeing or evading police on a motor vehicle, and wanton endangerment, certainly, of a police officer. I'll have an update on the Lawrence County attorney and his wife, who are indicted for embezzling nearly $400,000 from public funds in just a few seconds. Right now, a quick update on drivers here in McGoffin County, a number of which will need to use a detour starting tomorrow. Mine Fork, a portion thereof, is going to be closed indefinitely. They don't have a time frame as of yet, but to repair what I'm sure anyone who has traveled Mine Fork as of late is very familiar with as being a break about a half mile from Route 40. Specifically, that would make it at mile point 17.75, but it's just where you turn off Route 40, start to go up the Mine Fork Hill, about a half mile off of 40. If you've traveled it at all, it's a pretty serious break, and you've seen it and had to navigate around it, and they're going to start working on it tomorrow. And again, they've not given any type of a completion date as of yet. It's kind of an unknown. So you're going to have to find an alternate route, which means pretty much driving around Mine Fork, going up Literal and around, or the other way that everyone who lives over there is dreading for the next few days. No marked detour is going to be posted, so keep that in mind, and hopefully they will keep us up to date on the progress of the project. Up next, we'll talk about an Eastern Kentucky and Viewing area county attorney and his wife, which have seen matters get far worse after a federal indictment in their names. Welcome to East Kentucky's premier vape and CBD shop, offering all natural tobacco alternatives and everything vape and smoke shop related. Everything you're looking for and everything you're not. Best quality, best prices, best service.
Come to Appalachian Smoke Shop for all your tobacco alternatives and accessories, as well as products like CBD, kratom, and legal THC that people are telling us they're using to treat pain, anxiety, depression, difficulty sleeping, and lack of energy, as well as just for overall wellness. Make it your one stop, Appalachian Smoke Shop.
Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
There's no missing that this is the new McFarland and Tinker Law Office location on the Mountain Parkway in the former Farm Bureau building in Sagersville, just like there's no denying that their nearly 60 years of legal experience has won their clients millions and millions of dollars in disability, auto accident, and wrongful death cases. It's where your case matters to you and to us. McFarland and Tinker, also Griffey approved. It's finally here. It's T-shirt season. And if you've been looking for the coolest designs by Pink Armadillo, Lucky Bird, and Simply Southern, look no more, because the T to tell the world what mood you're in or where you want to be is at the seasonal shop. And all the hoodies and caps and accessories to go with it. And for, I don't know, Father's Day, get Dad something from Ridge and Holler. And for anyone and everyone, something from Brewmate to chill whatever it is you're drinking. Happy summertime from the seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville.
Summer is here, and the deal on the iPhone 12 mini just got even hotter at Appalachian Wireless. The iPhone 12 mini comes with massive features and is the perfect pocket size. Best of all, Appalachian Wireless is offering the iPhone 12 mini for just $1 with a 2-year contract. Good things do come in small packages, and it's the iPhone 12 mini on the region's best network. But don't wait, this deal won't last long. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
It's time to play the Lee's Famous Recipe Daily Lunch Special Game, where behind curtain number 1 we have our super tasty country fried steak sandwich, and behind curtain number 2 our famous chicken sandwich with lettuce, pickle, and mayo, and you can get either one of those on a bun or a biscuit. But wait, behind curtain number 3 our extra famous footlong with homemade chili, and all 3 come served with our famous hand-dipped potato wedges and a drink. Monday through Friday for lunch from 11 to 2 for just $5 plus tax. You're a winner either way you go at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe. So things just got dramatically worse for the Lawrence County attorney and his manager/wife. It was back in May of last year that Kentucky's state auditor, Mike Harmon, released an audit saying that the county attorney for Lawrence, Mike Hogan, paid his wife more than $100,000 in what he called performance bonuses. In fact, $134,000 and then some in bonuses out of the delinquent fee accounts, paying actually $126,000 to his wife and the remainder to at least one other employee, all against state law and local ethics laws as well. The auditor then, after it was made public, referred the case to the FBI, the AG's office, and others, with, at that time, a statement that I received and I can recall reading here from the county attorney himself, referring to what he said was a random audit, to which they responded fully to every finding, standing behind their responses. The county attorney at that time said that they had broken no laws and made no expenditures that were grossly unfairly or illegally dispersed, and in fact, the salary supplement made to their office manager, his wife, were specifically allowed by previous guidelines from the Office of the Kentucky Attorney General. However, a federal grand jury appears to not agree. In a newly unsealed federal indictment, the county attorney for Lawrence and his legal secretary or manager have both been indicted, his wife, on charges of conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and federal program theft. The indictment putting numbers to the past several years, in which they add up to about $365,000 in public funds. The indictment also alleges that Michael Hogan defrauded the Lawrence County Child Support Enforcement Office segment of the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services, saying that he billed the program for far more hours than he was actually working. And they also allege that Hogan paid employees working for his private law firm with funds from the Child Support Enforcement Office. Now, as for some specifics contained in the 18-page indictment, it says that Hogan was paid $55 an hour for time he spent for as I said, the Lawrence County Child Support Enforcement Office, and he had to bill for his hours as such. But beginning around July of 2017, they say that for many, many months, he billed on average more than 65 hours a month, but he was only working a fraction of those. And when that he had to have more detail on his timesheets, he would bill for work that was actually performed by salaried employees of that department as if he had done the work himself. And that in addition, at various times between July of 2015 and June of 2020, he would pay those, as I said, employees working for his private law firm with funds from that department. The indictment says that between May of 2016 and April of 2020, they issued a number of checks he did to his wife, Joy, out of the Lawrence County Delinquent Tax Account. They had two separate accounts. One of them, dozens and dozens of checks, 43, totaling almost $200,000. Checks for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $9,500 at a time. While in addition to that, between May of 2016 and April of 2020, out of another Lawrence County delinquent tax account, another number of checks totaling almost 2 dozen, $4,000, $4,000, $5,000, and the numbers continue to go on all the way up to $8,500 for almost $60,000. And when they add everything up, it came to more than $365,000 from March of 2013 through April of 2020. The indictment also alleges that when confronted with the auditor's findings, Hogan responded to them via email last May, stating that the compensation his wife Joy received from the delinquent tax fund was salary supplementation in the form of honest pay for honest work that clearly benefited the public in the form of compensating an exemplary employee who goes above and beyond to serve the office and the people of Lawrence County at a consistently high level. He also said the payments made to his wife were to her alone and for her work alone, and not as a salary supplementation in excess of statutory limitations. Mr. Hogan is set to be in court tomorrow morning at 11. Joy Hogan this Friday afternoon at 1. On the fraud charges, they each face up to 20 years in prison and a fine of up to $250,000 or twice the amount of their gains or loss to the county or the state. On the other charges, they face up to 10 years in prison and up to $250,000 fines. However, any sentence following a conviction could be imposed by the court, depending on, of course, how the case goes. I'll keep you up to date. With that said, I've got a host of other news. I've got some really good sporting news tonight from right here at home, technically from Indy. I'll get to that in a second. Right now, here's your community calendar brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau. First up is the announcement of the next blood drive here in Sayersville, McGoffin County, and the KBC is encouraging you to give blood this summer, which is really a hard time and a lean time for them. They've got a couple of really big prizes. They're giving away 2 cars to lucky donors. If you give blood between May the 24th and July the 4th, you're entered to win a Toyota CHR, and if you give from the 5th of July through September the 11th, a 2021 all-wheel drive Camry. You can donate whole blood every 56 days, which means you can donate and be entered in both of these drawings. You can donate in McGoffin County Wednesday, that's next Wednesday, June the 16th, 1 to 5, at the Sayersville First Baptist Church. No reason not to try to get in on that one and save some lives to boot. The Water into Wine Food Pantry wants everyone to know that they will be out tomorrow due to funeral services, but they'll be having their Wednesday pantry this Thursday from 8 until 10:30. You'll be in the parking lot by 10. And then the third Thursday of the month is always, of course, their senior pantry day. Regular pantries are Wednesdays, 8 until 10. Once again, out tomorrow, but serving the community on this Thursday. And we're serving the community by getting announcements like these out there whenever you send them to us. That's all it takes for everyone to hear them. So pass them along, and we will as well. Birthdays and anniversaries, too. From there, it's on to funeral service announcements and a reminder, first of all, of those to be held for our beloved friend Samuel Allen. Sam, as I told you last night, we just learned, had passed away Saturday at the age of 84. He's survived by a host of cousins and friends and a church and community family who will greatly miss him forever. And funeral services will be held tomorrow morning beginning at 11 from his church, the Sayersville First Baptist Church, and burial will follow at the Bluegrass Cemetery just across from his home. And visitation will be at the Magoffin County Funeral Home this evening from 6 till 9, and then at the church prior to tomorrow's services. A reminder of services to be held tomorrow at 1 for Dolores Jenkins Francis of Sagersville, who is survived by her husband Eddie, son Joshua Dean, brother Randall Jenkins, and sister Josephine Morgan. Services start tomorrow at 1 from the Ivyton Baptist Church. Visitation continues this evening. 49-year-old Christopher Michael Gibson of Sagersville, who passed away on Friday, will be laid to rest following services that start tomorrow at 1 in his honor. He's survived by his parents, Darvin Gibson and Pauline Gibson, his wife Melanie, daughter Tanika Nashe, brothers Darvin Dwayne and Chad Lynn Gibson, as well as Matthew Shepard and a sister Brenda Gibson. And funeral services again tomorrow at 1 from the Lakefront Church of God. And I now have services which have been set in the honor of 79-year-old Woodrow Howard Jr. Woodrow passed away this Sunday, the son of the late Woodrow and Pansy Howard. He's survived by his wife Sue Ellen, daughters Vicki Howard and Jacqueline Orm, brothers Nathan, Larry, Linville, and Gregory Howard, all of Sagersville, sisters Monteza Likens, Margarita Arnett, Linda Flint of Sagersville, 3 grandkids, and 1 great-great-grandchild. Service is to be held this Friday at noon from the Magoffin County Funeral Home. Go with All Pro, and you'll always get a perfectly finished project backed by decades of experience and thousands of satisfied customers. Always with the best prices on everything from small to large remodels, bathrooms to kitchens to entire homes, or turnkey new construction on everything from garages, homes to retail space. And seamless gutters too. And All Pro still offers 0% financing for up to 18 months and long-term low interest rates on those big projects. For an estimate, call this family-owned business today. Just click on ConleyTire.net and you can shop for tires, find out more about services, brands, wheels, rims, their free coffee, free Wi-Fi, and free local shuttle service, and of course the latest and greatest current offers and specials like how right now you can get up to $150 back on a set of Goodyears. That's ConleyTire.net, or you can always stop by in Staffordsville or give them a call at 297-2424. In recognition and honor of all of your achievements, especially your extraordinary senior year, Sagersville National Bank wants to salute the class of 2021 and assure you that wherever your next horizon leads you, we're here to help you save for your dreams with student, business, personal checking, and more. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2021 from Sagersville National Bank. Come and see the newest arrivals at Magoffin County's oldest gun and ammo dealer, like the hot new Ruger 5.7, their most cutting-edge platform yet that fires an awesome 5.7 by 28 millimeter round. And knives, they've got them. The gentleman's knife with real rosewood handles, $14.99 after a mail-in rebate, and a huge selection of case knives, hammerheads, Barlows, Stockman's toothpicks, Bone Stag handled, special knives for dads, grandpas, and our Masons, great for Father's Day, and everything you need for your 6-string, picks, strings, saddles, tuners, amps, cords, and more at Frazier's Prater Drugs Radio Shack. Speedy's is always the best deal in Sagersville. Right now, save a whopping $11 on every carton of Marlboros, $4 on every roll of Red Seal and Copenhagen. And go green with the green bottle. We've got L81 in the returnables, $5.99 a 6-pack. Milk is still any 2 gallons for $6, and 2 15-packs of Coke or Pepsi products are just $8.88. Get in, get fed, and filled up at Speedy's in Sagersville. All right, so I've been looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to just catching a game. I've alluded to it just kind of vaguely, I know, over the past few weeks, but for work and then 2 kids graduating and a lot of other reasons, it's been quite overwhelming for the past few months, and I've missed out on a lot of things and starting to get back into a normal rhythm. Nevertheless, this is a story that I kind of missed for the first few weeks. Tried to catch a game, caught last week's game, but the last half, in which his time on the field had already come and gone. But I got to talk to him, as you're about to see firsthand today. Magoffin County standout, Morehead State University standout, and now A man on the Alphas out of Indianapolis. McGoffin County native Josh Poe is still continuing his gridiron career. He's doing so in the nationally televised Spring League. Yeah, the former standout is playing offensive line for the Alphas, a football developmental league that he is a member of and showcase around 4 to 5 years. The Spring League has been around, he tells me, but they got a contract with Fox Sports 1 to be nationally televised this year. So the MSU offensive lineman who started 3 out of his 4 years is among others who we've been able to see across the nation for the past few weeks. The league is broken down into 8 teams. In addition to the Alphas, the league includes the Aviators, Conquerors, Lyman Blues, Generals, Jousters, and Sea Lions. The league's season is a brief one, and it started on May the 6th. The Alphas, who are in Indy, compete in the Spring League's North Division, as he's going to tell us more about. Poe says that encouraging a former teammate, he was glad to have made the trip to Indy, where he's been for the past few weeks, and wraps up this season this Friday night.
So I started out going to a tryout that one of my old teammates told me to go to pretty much. Said it's a great opportunity because, like many of you all, I've just never really heard of the Spring League, but I did see where it was going to be on Fox News, and I said, or not Fox News, but FS1, and I was like, well, national TV can't be too bad. So I jumped on it, did the tryout, and made the team.
So take me through the process. You've been down there, up there, 7 weeks now, going into your 6th game. Take me through it, man. What's it been like start to finish?
It's just football's football on every level. Obviously, we're on the highest end, but still wake up, meet, eat, practice, meet, eat, sleep. It's the 3 things as a football player.
How is it set up? As far as the competition, the games, I know it's different. How's it work?
So the structure of the Spring League it's divided into 2 divisions. I'm in the North, and then in Indianapolis, and then there's a South Division in Texas. We have 4 teams, and whoever wins the most games out of the 4 goes to the championship game down in Houston against the South. What they want to do is just let the players play, and not so much as let the coaches coach and scheme. So you do very basic things, and then you get recruited, off your basics pretty much. NFL's already looked at every one of us, but now it's just like, do we bring him into camp? Do we bring him for reserve or anything like that, or even starting position?
And those are some big possibilities, and those are some real possibilities. You're telling me that you've got some big names floating around there in your coaching and other staff involved with not just NFL but XFL and otherwise. You got any hopes or where this might take you or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get better every year. So hopefully, who knows? I might get another phone call at a bigger place and better opportunities.
What's it been like? I know you kind of referred to it, but you've been on national TV, man. I mean, that's a very short list of people that I know that have done so. How exciting has it been for you?
Well, there's really no fans in the crowd because of COVID.
Yeah.
So you kind of don't really realize it until the game's over and you see it all over TV. So it's a weird feeling. You go out there, there's no one really out there. But then once you get off the field, everyone's like tuning in and checking you out. So it's a feeling I've never felt before.
You've got one more big game coming up Friday. Tell me about that. And I know that's had a bit of a venue change, but we're still going to be able to see it on FS1?
Yeah, it should be FS1 at 7 o'clock on Friday. But we're playing, I think we're seated at number 2 in our division, and we're playing the number 1 team. But hopefully we can come with another win. I still don't think if we do beat them that we'll get the number 1 seed because they've outscored us so much. So that has some effect to do with it too.
Points make up the tiebreaker, I guess, is what you're saying?
Yeah, points make up the tiebreaker.
Oh, wow. Well, still, man. Still, I hope you give them a run for their money. That is killer. So regardless, I mean, you're probably going to be coming back here home or somewhere for too long. Any in-between football plans or anything going on?
I'm still going to train and stuff. I got some plans. Not really sure what they are right now. We're trying to work that out, but still got to get back on the, out of TV ground when no one's watching.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't. A few people I know that have played as long as you have, man. I mean, you played all 4 years of college, or playing now, but brother, if anybody eats and sleeps and drinks it, as far as football is concerned, you're at the top of that list too. I think, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You just kind of, it comes natural to you after so long. You just wake up and you're like, it's time for some football. It's just a lifestyle at some point.
Well, we hope it's a lifestyle, man, you continue right on with, regardless in what form, fashion, or level. And look forward to watching you this Friday. And I appreciate you taking a few times out of the day to talk to us today, man. And best of luck. We're rooting for you as always, man.
Anytime. Thanks for it.
So be sure and tune in. If you're like me, set your DVRs as a backup. The Spring League is designed to give everyone pretty much equal play time. They still cut people. There have been 3-4 cut on Josh's team. They've traded quarterbacks. My sports writer, Steve Lemaster, says that in all, about 100 former spring leaguers have signed with the NFL over the past few years. So, you got Poe, who excelled in Moorhead throughout his football career. Their ranking as one of the Eagles' top offensive linemen during numerous seasons. And is continuing to play for the Alphas on a very high level. We wish him only the best. And whatever he decides to do, I think it's going to have football in it somewhere, some way or another. Congratulations, good luck. We will be watching this Friday. Here's watching your Licking Valley RECC Outlook, and watching showers and storms continue to roll through on and off in fashion. And I would say there's a good possibility of a few more to come. I know that the youth baseball championship was to be at 6 o'clock tonight. I had a parent stop by and pick up a banner a few moments ago. I was going to try to make it. I'm not sure they're going to make it. It came another pretty good little drencher there after they left, so I don't know if the field is going to recover or not. I think they'll get a break in the rain, but it's probably going to be a wet one for the kids. We'll let you know how that turns out. If I don't make it, I've got some parents who promised me some video. We'll see how that turns out, too. Weather-wise, a low of 66 degrees is what we should see tonight. Mostly cloudy skies and a 50% chance, give or take, of showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, more of the same and a little more of a chance of those showers and thunderstorms. I think your Wednesday should top out right around 82. Some patchy fog in the morning and shower and storm chances to the tune of 50%. I mean, overall, you're talking about less than 1/10 of an inch of rain on average, maybe up to 1/4 of an inch tomorrow night, but that's not including any thunderstorms that could give anyone in particular a lot more of that rain a lot more quickly, so keep that in mind. 82, 67, mostly cloudy for your Wednesday. And shower and storm chances ramp up to 80% on your Thursday. Still 82 and 67 for your high and low. Still cloudy skies, just an even better chance of showers and storms. And things don't improve by Friday either. Pretty much a carbon copy, a tiny bit cooler, back down to 80, but cloudy, and most assuredly some showers and storms for the viewing area. So definitely a consistent weather pattern all the way through Friday, and even more so Thursday and Friday, as like I said, you can see those chances really start to ramp up. Now, the question there lies as to the all-important weekend ahead. Well, good news is it is improving just a bit. As soon as the page flips here, you'll see that we've got a partly sunny Saturday, albeit 83, with a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. That's better than cloudy, an 80% chance. I think you will agree. 64 that night. Thereafter, we continue to see some sun accompanied by shower and storm chances with a likelihood of 83 or roundabout on Sunday, mostly sunny and a 30% shot. 82 Monday and sunny and a 65 night low. and a 20% chance of storms. Tuesday, still low 80s, mid 60s, highs and lows, still mostly sunny skies, and still a lingering and pesky 30% chance of showers and storms. That's it. That's all the time I have got. I hope to see you back here tomorrow night for another 30 minutes where we'll find other news and information that you're only going to see then. Good night, and thank you for being a part of the show.